So the Chicago Bears are just linked to an absolutely elite solution for this offensive line. And I don't know about you, but to me, this is looking like a brand new Chicago Bears front office, one that's willing to spend and get this line fixed. Look no further for proof. That aggression at head coach, signing Ben Johnson immediately to a reported 13 million per year as his contract. And an overlooked position this offseason so far is the center position. And I'm seeing this everywhere. I got a report on it. Atlanta Falcons center Drew Dalman is going to be available. This looks like an absolute perfect fit. And I'm going to fill that out in a moment. And I also want to let you know that this is a channel with integrity. I'm going to move in a different direction here for a minute. Every single source was telling us that Hank Fraley was coming into town to be our OC. Now suddenly it looks like it's no longer a thing. My bad. And on the coaching front, we will now be covering confirmed interviews only. So let's have a better use of our time here. I want to see the Bears turn to free agency at the center position and spend up on the right guy. And for one thing, this isn't a good draft for centers. It is, however, a good one for tackles and guards on the top end. And we have resources. And this is also going by what our new head coach said in his presser. We're going to win right now. Now, if you look at it, besides quarterback, there is not a position on the field harder to do well as a rookie than at center. Reading coverages, leading the unit. We need to get someone seasoned and one that is proven. And I agree with all this chatter. Dalman, he's the guy. He should be the target. And he's an ascending player as well. Young and also most likely available. I also see a veteran filling this position, and that's due to the importance of Ben Johnson, what he places on this position as far as level of importance while he was in Detroit. And Atlanta Falcons center Drew Dalman, he took another step in his development during this last season. Now, he's always remained an elite run blocker, but he had significantly improved in pass protection to put together his best all-around campaign of his career. And this is what we want. 26 years old. And it came just in time for Dalman, as he will be an unrestricted free agent this spring for the first time in his career. The guy's going to be in demand. Excuse me. And the Falcons, they're not going to have a lot of salary cap space this offseason. According to Spot Track, they are one of 7 teams set to be above the cap limit when the new league year begins in March. That's coming right up. They aren't going to be able to afford him on a new contract. And just recently, Pro Football Focus's Mason Cameron, he labeled the Chicago Bears the best landing spot for him in free agency. And I'm going to directly quote. An early season ankle injury. It knocked Dalman out of the lineup for an extended period, but he returned to produce at a high level, typical of his resume. He continues with his PFF grade. He generated a 78.8 PFF overall grade, and that's in 9 games in 2024. He made strides in pass protection this past season. He posted the lowest pressure rate of his career, only 3.7%. Now we're looking at Coleman Shelton. He's on a short-term deal. He's no longer going to man the offensive line. It's going to expire. So new Bears head coach Ben Johnson, I think he's going to opt to replicate the success he found in Detroit and try to replicate what he had with all-pro center Frank Ragnow. Now, if you look at Shelton, he's undersized. He is not it. And this will be filled by a veteran presence once again. He also got stronger as the season progressed. So I want to go through that. And I'm also going to go to this story on Windy City Gridiron. Jacob Infante is just fantastic. So let's look at him getting stronger as the season progressed. And this is PFF, their player grades. He struggled in pass protection, but that was during week 1. And that was during a really tough defensive line. Cameron Hayward, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Throughout that game, he continued to post way above average pass blocking grades in 7 of his final 8 games. And then beyond that, we're looking at the Lions being a top 6 rushing attack last year. And the power behind that comes from the middle of the line, right? Dalman also registered the customary high grade in run blocking. We're talking once again 78.8. That's just about in line as well with his grades from 2021, 78.2, and 2023, which was actually higher before that ankle injury, 82.3. This guy's just been consistently great in his career in this capacity, an absolutely known commodity. And if you're looking at him not returning to Atlanta, Chicago appears to be the right fit for the 26-year-old. He should be the number one priority here in free agency. And we want to make this easier for Caleb moving forward, right? I mean, that is the key. Easy is often better when it comes to NFL quarterback development. I think that goes without saying. Having a guy like Dalman, he's ranked as the 22nd best NFL free agent for the upcoming offseason, but he's also the number one rated center on the list. So let's continue to follow the same pattern that was used for Ben Johnson. The number one guy is available. Go get him. No more relying on guys like Cody Whitehair, Lucas Patrick, now Coleman Shelton. It's time to be smarter. And Shelton, he was on a 1-year deal, so it's time to cut him loose. Let's look at the cost, though. The projection. The Bears will sign Dalman to a 3-year, $37 million deal. That'll make him one of the NFL's highest paid centers, locking down a high-level starter. And that's going to help quarterback Caleb Williams for the foreseeable future and beyond. Once again, he is worth it. He's topped the PFF grade above 78 in 3 of his 4 seasons in the NFL, and that's referring to his elite grades both as a run blocker and overall. 26 years old, solidified himself as one of the top centers in the league, and that's directly from Jacob Infante. PFF, once again, one of the best run blockers over the past 3 seasons, finished with the 3rd best run blocking PFF grade in 2023 at 90, in 2022 at 82. Also, he's continued that reputation again in this last year. His 4th best run blocking grade in the year in the league, at 89, and 4th best overall at 85.3. Man, it's just so good. Now, what if we strike out on him? We've also got former Indianapolis Colts first-round pick and 4-time Pro Bowler Ryan Kelly. He's also a top-line pickup and should be available. So rest assured, this is going to be how the center position is handled. We're going to have the money for it. With cap cuts like Gerald Everett, Dominique Robinson, and plus some others, the Bears could very easily find themselves at close to 90 million plus in cap space. Totally affordable investment. There's also Trey Smith out there. The Chiefs aren't going to use the franchise tag on him. I'm going to cover that. But I'd just love to see the Bears pick up both. Continue addressing the tackle and guard spot early in the draft. We have our first round 10th pick plus 2 early seconds. Thank you, Lovie Smith and the Carolina Panthers. This line could very easily be fixed in short order. We could be looking at Braxton Jones, Trey Smith, Dalman, and Darnell Wright. I mean, yes, please, right? This line could be fixed in short order, and the Bears have the resources to do it. Ben Johnson will not allow this line to be an afterthought. You guys let me know what you think. Bear down, and I'll see you in the comments.